Hey everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are going to be working with a collection from Echo Park called Teen Spirit Girl. It includes this 12x12 sticker sheet along with 12 pattern papers. There are 2 of every type of paper in here, so there's 6 different double-sided papers. And we are going to be needing 7 pattern papers out of the 12 possible, and 4 sheets of cardstock. So I'm going to be using 2 black and 2 pink. So the black is Blackberry Swirl and the pink is called Pink Icing. And we are going to be making 2 double page layouts. So I'm just going to go ahead now and start going through my paper choices. Now what I like to do when we go ahead and start picking our papers, when we have 2 of every design, I like to spread them out and then flip one of each of them over so that we have the opportunity to see what's on the back side and what's on the front side, just so that we have some options when we're going to choose our papers. Now, first of all here, I want to keep this right now little journaling card, so I know for sure I'm keeping that for journaling later. I love the brightness of this pink, and I think it's going to really stand out with all of my background pages that I choose. So that's my first accent paper. We need 3 accent papers and 4 background papers. I love the little faces and the different emotions that are depicted in this background. Will make it perfect for like a page that I want to do of my daughter with like Snapchat pictures and some goofy faces, and throw in a few pictures of some friends and stuff in there as well. This purple paper is very different than a lot of the other papers in this pack, so I also wanted to use it as an accent. So we're gonna go ahead with that and bring in that purple color. And then these buttons, it's sort of like a denim background with buttons, or what they call buttons, on top of it. And I also really liked using that in the boy collection of the same theming. So I'm going to use that as my 3rd accent, and now here I'm just deciding which I want for my last 2 background papers. So it's either this heart background. This one's a little bit too busy. I think when you put it up to the accent papers, the accent papers are not going to stand out on it enough. And so my choices here were this paper with the writing, and then the heart paper. And I just thought the heart paper, that pink, didn't stand out enough against the background or the accent papers either, and it wouldn't allow enough contrast with that pink cardstock that I had chose. So I'm going to go ahead and put these to the side as well, and we can definitely use the back side of these as journaling cards later in something else we might do, or even as accents on our pages. So we're going to go ahead and use this as our last set of background pages. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. We have cutting diagrams in my tutorial videos, and I just kind of want to let you know how to read them. So there's the number in top in inches, and that's going to be the size that we're going to cut that cut piece into. And there's a number below it in a circle. So a lot of the times we're making 4 pages or 6 pages when we're using these cutting diagrams, and all these cut pieces can sort of get very disorganized. So that number inside of the circle there represents a pile that you're going to put that cut piece into. So for a 4-page tutorial, we're going to make 4 piles. And for a 6-page tutorial, we're going to make 6 piles. So the numbers are going to be either 1 through 4 or 1 through 6. So page 1 is going to have all the cut pieces that have a circle with the number 1 inside. And so on for the 4 or 6 pages. So now we're going to go ahead and take all pieces of our cardstock, and we are going to cut 1 inch in, 1 inch from the top, and 1 inch from the bottom. And we're going to make a straight line on all 4 sides of each of these pieces of cardstock. What we're basically doing is cutting a 10 by 10 inch square out of the center of this piece of cardstock. The border is going to be put into our pile, and the center, the 10 by 10 inch center, is going to be put to the side, and we're going to be cutting it with another cutting diagram as soon as we're done cutting out all of these squares. Okay, so for our background papers, we are going to be cutting off 0.25 inches on one side and 0.5 inches off on the other side. The reason why we're offsetting it is because we want the insides of our double layouts to be touching the edges so that they look like they're connected. When your paper goes through the cutter in the same direction that it would be on your layout, that's the side that you want to cut 0.25 inches off on. So when your page is sideways through the cutter, you actually want to cut 0.5 inches off on that side. Okay. Okay, so all we are using is our 12 by 12 sticker sheet along with these cut up journaling cards as our accents, and we are going to be using foam tape, scissors, and our adhesive, and that's pretty much all the stuff that we need to get started with embellishments. I really love this journaling card. It reminds me almost like a time capsule idea. It's something that you can put the date, the age, the grade that they're in, their favorite subjects, food, music, games, books, TV shows, best friends, things to do. So it's kind of a fun thing to do. It could almost work for like a back to school time of the year to do that. And here I just replaced some of the photo areas with some of the journaling cards. I didn't have as many pictures as I wanted to. There wasn't as many pictures that I wanted to use for this because I wanted this page, I wanted this double layout to be sort of an inspiring page, talking about how awesome my daughter is and being bold and being confident and believing in yourself. And so this is going to be a great layout for some candid pictures where I feel like she's being confident and so it suits the pictures I have, and that's sort of the vibe that I wanted for this layout. So here I took this little square from my one journaling card paper, and now and that 4x4 journaling box that says "You are totally awesome." That yellow one, I directly adhered that to the page, and then I'm going to use accents around it that are popped up. Same thing with this 3x4 journaling card that I just put that accent that says smile. I put that on top of that 3x4 journaling card. And here I'm going to put some foam tape on the outside edges of this circle because the bottom of that circle is going to be adhered directly onto that popped up square. Okay, and then that lightning bolt with the black, I wanted to finish it off with this diamond black accent to make a triangle between the heart, the lightning bolt, and the diamond. Just that blackness kind of brings, it kind of draws your eye and kind of ties those clusters in together. That lightning bolt is adhered directly to the page. It's not popped up, but the diamond and the hearts are. Okay, and then this word that says selfie and the girls rule, those are both popped up as well with foam tape. And then this little star here that I tucked in underneath that little selfie tag, I tucked it in behind the photo mat, but I did pop up the star part of it. So sometimes I like to just pop up like one half of a sticker so that the other half can actually be laid flat on the page. It just creates a little bit of difference in height and some shadows. It makes it look more interesting, and it's hard to see that looking from above, but when you look from the side or when you're looking at it and flipping through a book, it does look really nice. Okay, so I'm just finishing off this page. I added this little titling that says "So Adorable," and now you could add titling below that right now 4x6 vertical area in the center, or you could even add it to the top of that 4x6 photo on the top left side. I probably won't add any titling in there. Like, I thought about putting my daughter's name maybe at the bottom there, right below that right now 4x6 journaling card, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. And then I just finished off this page with some stars that were popped up. So I'm using them sort of like I would use enamel dots. I'm just kind of filling in some of my clusters in some random places just to kind of finish them off. So around that 4x4 Be Bold journaling card, I added some popped up stars, and then I just finished off those two clusters with some stars as well. Okay, so for my next set of pages here, I'm gonna swap in this current mood journaling card. The inspiration behind this layout is going to be just like candid pictures depicting emotion and maybe sometimes being dramatic or funny. So just like playing with like the theming of the background, and I'm planning to do maybe some like Snapchat pictures of her and her friends being goofy, making faces. So that's the inspiration behind the pictures that I want to use with this layout. Here, I didn't want to use this 4x6 pink journaling card, so I'm going to choose to use it as a matte. So I'm cutting down this 4x6 black journaling card here with the writing I like, and I'm going to use that pink as a matte. And then I am going to just trim it down so that's even on all four sides. And I thought about popping this up on the page, but I decided to make it less bulky of a page and adhere it directly to the page as it is, and then just pop up with foam tape some smaller accents around it. And I'll do that in a little bit later on. Everything on this page as far as accents is going to be popped up except for maybe 2 or 3 things. So you'll be able to see that in some of the still pictures, what's popped up and what isn't. And here at the bottom of this 4x6 photo area, I thought about just doing some titling off screen after the tutorial. And then I just decided that I didn't really need to. So I found this banner that says totally, and then there's this sticker that says awesome on it. So I thought it'd be awesome to just say totally awesome there. And then I stuck down directly onto the page this little black titling that says you glow girl. And then I'm going to kind of cluster around that area. So I added this unicorn on there and a few other accents. I'm going to put a picture. I'm going to put a sticker of a camera up at the top, just because a lot of these are going to be selfie kind of pictures. And we all know that teenagers do a lot of that nowadays. So I just thought it fit the theming of this page really well. And I just kind of, and this is where I would recommend you kind of just put on the embellishments that really suit the character of the person that you're making this page about. For me, I put in like camera, a phone, sunglasses, the bike, and then I want to tie in the page by finishing off with embellishments that have like the little yellow faces on them, because I really think that's sort of what inspired this whole page altogether, is those different emotions. And I thought this was just a really fun way to portray a teenage daughter. And so at the top there, beside that camera, I put in the titling that says Girl Squad and Be Happy. I chose to use the Girl Squad wording because some of these selfies are going to be of her with her cousins and her friends, like from Snapchat and things like that, just candid pictures. But if you don't have pictures of friends or other people, and Girl Squad doesn't work for you, you can definitely use different titling or different accents. That would also be a great area on top of that 4x6 photo area for a big titling. So it's just make this layout work for you and work for the person you're talking about. And I hope you guys liked this week's pages. Next week we are going to change it up and move away from the whole teenager bit, and we're going to go back to like a camping and outdoor theme again. There was a new collection that was released sort of later than the rest, that was all about camping and stuff like that, and I'm really excited to work with it. So next week we are going to be doing that. So I look forward to seeing you guys next Friday with a brand new tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.